So which one of these flags is the Puerto Rican flag? And why does it look so similar to the Cuban flag? Our story begins in 1868 with this flag known as the Grito de Lares. This was one of the biggest revolts against Spanish colonial rule in Puerto Rico, and got its name from the town of Lares where the revolt started. Flag design was actually inspired by the Dominican flag, with the hopes of one day uniting Puerto Rico, Cuba, and the Dominican Republic into an Antillean confederation. The revolt would be squashed by the Spanish, but not the demand for independence. Fast forward to 1895 in New York City, where Puerto Rican exiles of the Revolutionary Committee developed this flag with a light shade of blue. It took inspiration from the Cuban Revolutionary Movement and their flag, since both Puerto Rico and Cuba were Spain's last colonies in Latin America. Then we get to the Spanish-American War of 1898 when the US would invade and annex Puerto Rico. And it outlawed and banned the Puerto Rican independence movement and symbols like the Puerto Rican flag, especially under the Gag Law of 1948. In 1952, the Gag Law was repealed and the establishment of a Puerto Rican government, and so we see this flag, which has the colors of the US flag, moving away from the light blue of the Puerto Rican independence movement. And in 1995, we would see another change in the shade of blue, sort of a middle ground between the light blue and the dark blue, since the Puerto Rican government no longer had a regulation on the shade of blue. When in doubt, just know that Puerto Ricans appreciate El Grito de Lares since that was the first revolutionary flag, as well as this flag with the light shade of blue because that's the pro-independence flag.